Hi there, and welcome to your engineering quiz. My name's Kat, and I'm a member of the product team here at Triplebyte Screen. We're going to take a quick walk through your engineering quiz so you know a little bit more about how it works before you take it. When an engineer starts an assessment, we show them the technical subjects that will be covered. The quizzes are made of modular blocks that cover different technical areas. They're scored separately, so engineers take them one at a time and earn reusable scores for each block. In this video, we'll go through one section. Let's talk about how the scores are assigned on screen. What you're seeing here has two parts. At the top with the white background is the actual assessment content that would be seen by an engineer taking the test. In this case, it's an easy first question. At the bottom with the light blue background, that's what's going on behind the scenes. On the bottom left, we see the test current estimate of the engineer's skill level. A level 1 score indicates that the engineer didn't show a lot of skill in the quiz. The top expert level, or level 5, indicates an exceptional performance. In between are the other scores, but we'll talk about those more in another video. When the quiz starts, the score is set to a high probability of a low score and a low probability of an expert score. On the bottom right, we can see the information about the question. Since this is the first question on the assessment, it's pretty easy, but because the test is adaptive, the questions sort of become easier or more difficult depending on how the candidate answers. We can also see how a right or wrong answer on this question would adjust our estimate of the candidate's skill level. So let's imagine that the candidate gets the question correct, which increases our score estimate. Chances of the candidate scoring low go down, and chances for a proficient, advanced, or expert score go up. Since this is only one question, the chances really only go up a little bit. Since our estimate of the candidate's skill is higher now, we'll ask a more difficult question. A correct answer will increase our skill estimate by a larger amount. Each candidate sees a different sequence of questions as it responds and adapts to the way they take the test. If, on the other hand, the candidate answers a question incorrectly, we'll adjust our estimate of their skill downward. It's very unlikely that a high-scoring candidate would answer such an easy question incorrectly. We'll also lower the difficulty level of the questions we ask. The next question is really easy, so it doesn't hold as much weight, and answering it correctly wouldn't adjust our estimate of the candidate's skill by a lot. For this example, though, we're going to assume that the candidate is doing pretty well, and they answer this question and several others correctly. The estimated skill level has increased a lot at this point, and the most probable skill level is a 3. This is the score that we would expect of a proficient mid-level engineer who can be trusted to work independently in the field. Since our estimate of the candidate's skill has risen, we're now going to ask harder questions. This question on how concurrent programming interacts with immutable data structures is moderately difficult, and we would expect some competent engineers to get this incorrect. After our candidate gets this question and others correct, they're scoring in the top few percent and seeing our most difficult questions. Our model knows that this is a skilled engineer and is trying to determine whether they're truly exceptional or just really, really good. So this question's pretty difficult, and even a lot of really good engineers wouldn't get this right. And as it turns out, our candidate doesn't know the answer either to this very hard question, and they get it incorrect. So their score drops a little bit, and we end up with an accurate prediction of their true skill. The candidate completes the remaining questions, all of which go towards their final score, and then they complete the test. On a real test, this would continue to the next block, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to stop right here.